So this video I'm going to show you how to install drivers for hardware that Windows doesn't automatically find during setup or updates. Now in order to see which hardware has a conflict, which usually means there's a problem with the drivers, I'll go down and right click on the start icon. Then I'll go up to Device Manager and left click on that, which will bring up the window for it. You can see that there are a lot of warnings, which most are for drivers not being installed, so I'm going to close the Device Manager and then go to the website of my motherboard manufacturer. So I will open up Chrome and then type in evga.com since I have an EVGA motherboard. Then I'll go over to click on Service and then down left and click on the Drivers and BIOS link. And from here I'll scroll down and click on the Motherboard tab, where I will choose the Intel X299 family and wait for the parts to load so I can select the Micro ATX2, which is the motherboard that I have. Then I will select the chipset driver and go down and look for Windows 11, but it doesn't have that option, so I'll choose All instead. And go over to click on Submit to show the drivers I can download. They only offer an option for Windows 10, so I imagine they will work with 11 as well, and they just didn't update the site, so I click on Download to get the zip file. Then I go click on the Downloads icon in the upper right hand corner of Chrome and go down and click on Full Download History, where I can watch the progress. And after the file is downloaded, I'll click on the folder icon to open up File Explorer to where the drivers are stored. Now I right click and go down to Extract All, then uncheck Show Extracted Files when complete and click on the Extract button. This will decompress and create the driver files into the same folder that the zip file was downloaded to. Now I'll open up the folder and double click on the Setup Chipset Application file to begin installing the drivers. And after the welcome window pops up, I'll click on Next to begin, then Accept. Now the Install button. And finally, Yes to allow the software to install. While it does that, I'll go down and right click on the Start icon, then go up and click on Device Manager again to show all the warnings disappear as the drivers get installed. My installation process takes a little while, so I have to be patient until it finishes. And the screen might flicker multiple times, especially if you're installing drivers for a display adapter. When the screens go blank, I give the installation a couple of minutes before I start troubleshooting. The drivers are now installed, and there's only one warning left, so I'll click Restart Now to see if that will still be the case after I boot back up. So the first thing I'll do after the computer restarts is go down and right click on the Start icon, then back up to Device Manager. And I see that there is still an unknown device, so before I go back to the manufacturer website, I'll go down and click on Start, then up to Settings, where I can check for updates to see if Windows will find the drivers for me. From here, I click on Check for Updates and Windows will scan my system to look for new drivers and other updates. And it doesn't find any, so now I have to go back to the manufacturer's site and try other drivers, which I'm going to speed through since I already showed how I do it. I've done builds with this motherboard before, so I already know what I'm looking for. I need the Intel Turbo Boost drivers, so I select those and download them as well. And while that is downloading, I'm going to pull up Device Manager again to show some other ways to install drivers. You can simply right-click on the device you want to install them on and click Update Driver, or you can do the same while in the properties for it. This will allow you to either search automatically for drivers or browse your computer for the files you wish to use. I'm going to install the drivers with the application I just downloaded though, so I'll close the properties and open the File Explorer to where I downloaded it. Then once I'm there, I'll extract the zip file so I can double click on the application file named Setup. I click Yes to allow the installer to make changes to my computer, and it will install the drivers for the unknown device, which will immediately reflect in the Device Manager, so I click Next after the install is finished and then choose No, I will restart this computer later, then Finish. Now you can see that I don't have any warnings in the Device Manager, which means I have all of my drivers installed, so I can go down and restart my computer. Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.